I remembered something I wanted to talk with you guys about I know this show's very scatterbrained. I had a chicken bake and it's sitting heavy. It's from Costco. You guys don't have that here. Okay. You're too excited for it, right? It's because I didn't plan on stand-up comedy being my job. I thought it'd be something else. Like, I studied biology in college. I wanted to go to medical school and become a narcissist, and like all those big plans. And so I was like, how did I end up doing this? Because this is a very different job. And you go back to your childhood to figure out what you end up doing now. And I remembered that when I was a kid, we would go to church every Sunday, and I noticed that where I go to church once in a month, they would have like an open mic, and see, I only do this joke in Utah. And I think I did this joke here last time. And yeah, it's worth wandering into this area. If you've never been to an open mic Sunday, let me explain it. Because some of you maybe have never been and you don't know. And so, here's what it is. It's like whoever normally would speak, like the pastor, the preacher, they take that Sunday off. And then they're like, let's hear from the people, because the people have a story to share. They have something to say. And that's a great idea. And in that audience, you have fabulously talented, amazing people. They do not get up to speak. That is... You never hear from those people. It's always the weirdest people you've ever seen in your life. And you're like, what in the world's happening? And they get up and they start saying stuff into the microphone like, gadoo-ba-doo, gadoo-ba-doo. It's not Adam Sandler impressions, but it might as well be. It's the weirdest stuff you've ever heard. And you're like, do we believe that? Is that a thing? Are we at church still? This is sounding a little crazy. And somebody gets up after them, like the person who would normally lead the meeting gets up and goes, okay, thank you for sharing that. That is not a thing. We don't believe that, yeah. I need you guys to know that's not a thing, so thank you for sharing, weirdo. Let's get our next weirdo up here. And it was always my favorite Sunday. I was like, look at these weirdos talking into a microphone. I want to do that professionally. That is where stand-up comedy started for me. I was like, I'm going to do that. And I always loved Open Mic Sunday. It was always fun. It was funny. There was like 2 years where I did not love it, but other than that, I loved it. And if you need to read in between the lines, I'll explain it. I was a missionary during those 2 years, and they still had Open Mic Sunday when I was being a missionary, and that was embarrassing, you know, because I had guests. And she's like, nobody embarrass me. Don't say anything stupid. I don't want to look like an idiot up here, you know. And inevitably, somebody would say something weird. Like somebody would go up and be like, and you're like, oh no, they're saying weird stuff again. Who's gonna be the one? Who's gonna fix it? And then you realize it's gotta be me. I gotta fix it. And so you'd get up there and you'd be like, okay, I don't know. It's not a thing. Yeah, we don't believe that. Yeah, I know that's the bishop, but we don't believe that. Okay.